Good morning, dreamers. Happy Monday. We are inching ever closer to Christmas and chaos, and it's important to find quiet moments and connect and find joy. And this month I seem to be talking about emotions, and really, like we talked about joy, and last week we talked about empathy. And when you show those things, joy in the face of other people's adversity, they don't make it pushback. I found that with a family member this week. He had great news to share, and in other people's suffering, they lashed out. And it's okay for people to be joyful, even in a season of sorrow. That's part of living, is finding that balance and being happy for somebody, even if you're not in a good place. Shouldn't diminish joy. And empathy is feeling somebody else's pain, feeling their joy. Empathy is a gift, and often those with it have been told that they're too much or too emotional, among other things. But today we're talking about authentic. I feel like this has been a buzzword: live an authentic life, be authentic. But it's true. Living with authenticity is living with authenticness. And if you look up the definition of authentic, it's of undisputed origin. And you're like, okay, well, what's that? But if you look at the synonyms, that makes it a little easier to understand what living authentically will be like. It's being genuine, being real, being actual. Original's one. Antonyms, so if you're living opposite of authentic, it's fake. So if we go based on that, to live an authentic life is to live who you are, to not deny yourself and not let others write your story. And that's huge. Too often you're told to be somebody else, be it from family, be it from bosses, society. And I'm not saying to push ideals on other people. I'm not saying that. But if you're ever told you're too much, again, like empaths, too much, you're too emotional, you're a know-it-all, you don't know enough. You have too high of expectations, you're too bossy, you intimidate people with your knowledge, you scare people with your emotions. All these things cause us to shrink back and not live who we truly are. And if you don't live genuinely, and if you don't live truly to who you are, you're not living your life. You're not connecting to your intuition because you're denying part of you, and things will feel incongruent. So people use that word a lot. Like, it just doesn't feel right unless you push it down so much you don't feel it all. So that's why it's important to live authentic. If you think about the 1920s, or like if you watch Titanic, so now we're into the teens, women were literally taught to be a certain way. You had to act a certain way, dress a certain way. There still is proper behavior. I'm not saying you run amok, but it's not so boxed in. We are allowed to talk at dinner now. We're allowed to express opinion. But there's still, just like there's rules in a free country, there's still some proper manners to be had, even living authentically. So it's, your authentic life can't be to go steal cars. That's not truly living authentically. Though I guess who am I to tell you that, right? But there's still right and wrong. And generally, if you are living your genuine life, you're going to live on the right side of it. we're going to speak in that kind of idea that living genuinely is living within the law, and with certain manners. Your genuine life can't necessarily tell somebody that theirs is wrong, I guess, if that makes sense. I just know to let your light shine and be of service to others and to help others, you have to be genuine to yourself. And just, some people say let the freak flag show, right? Like, obviously, I love Disney. And if you've been around for any length of time, and a lot of people, you gotta grow up. You can't keep living on hopes and dreams, or, that's child's play. Well, what's wrong with connecting to that part of yourself? You were a child once. There's nothing wrong with the curiosity of a child, or have that hope and joy. I mean, think about a child at Christmas. They're full of curiosity and joy and hope, and wouldn't that be good for all of us to have? So I connect with that part of me. I connect with that inner child because that's important, and that's part of who I am. So if I turn every conversation into a Disney conversation or a Harry Potter conversation, well, that's who I am. Anyhow, I love showing joy, and definitely have empathy or experience that. And then this week, authentic. So that's part of my authentic story, is being able to show those emotions and celebrate them and have other people feel them, I guess. Anyhow, and we are like a week away from Christmas, and it means we're 2 weeks from the new year, which is an exciting time. And the new year brings out people's sense to live authentically and be their best self, and whether that means with their job or with health issues, or just they're tired of feeling lost. That's where I come in to help. So make sure you sign up for my newsletter, because there's always new stuff coming out, and that is the best way to learn what I'm up to. There is, right now with Amare, which is for mental health and wellness and like stress resiliency. Like, it might be too late for Christmas, but at least you could start the new year off calm, or reboot your system after all the holiday parties, which I just had one this weekend. Right now, any new customers get to join for free. So that's a savings of $25 off the bat. Plus, then you get wholesale prices, and then 5% off if you subscribe and save. So there are amazing deals happening right now. And I have some deals going on with my coaching business. I'm getting ready to launch the Transform programs again. And yeah, you never know. So send me a message. Let me know what you're interested in. And make sure you sign up for my newsletter. And I will see you soon.